really, really hate OBS. With an incredible passion. I have been talking to myself this whole time. Thank you for letting me know that I was muted. OBS is just like breaking everything today, and I don't know what its problem is. I did say hello to you. I said I recognized your name, even though Twitch is saying that you're a first-time chatter, and I wanted to know if that was truly the case or if I am hallucinating. But I was talking about watercolors. I was saying, well, let me remember where I was at the beginning. I was talking about, I'm starting with this. This isn't character design. This is just a full body of one of my characters I'm kind of warming up with because I'm a little rusty with art right now. There's a lot been happening just because of life doing its thing. And I was saying it would be nice to learn how people do the lasso tool fill bucket method, where they use that to get shapes in as their sketch. And I feel confident now that I can learn to do that because I recently conquered watercolors, which has been my nemesis for a decade at least at this point. You know what? That is fair. That's true. Twitch does just forget people have existed on my channel before and has marked them as a first-time chatter again. I'm just like, bruh. That's literally one of my regulars. Come on, man. But it's all good. We're just here to chill. I've been, my schedule's been all wonky because I've had so much going on. I was also saying, hopefully that will settle out a little bit soon, and I will be back to more regular streamings. I know in August, in almost exactly a month, that game that I've been doing the beta for is going to release fully, and I will be going ballistic playing that game and absorbing everything I fucking can from it, because I already very much adore it. I gave them a lot of feedback, and hopefully they took something from that feedback, because I felt like it was in good faith. But we'll see. Also apologize if you hear me sniffling a little bit. My sinuses, I think I'm getting a sinus infection. That's what it feels like. I'm hoping I'm not. I'm hoping it's just seasonal whatchamacallits. But needless to say, my body hates me right now. This is one of my newer characters. They came around because of D&D shenanigans, and I got the design from somebody else, but they let you do like edits and palette changes and stuff, so I did a bunch of those. I just like tweaking things and customizing to my delight. I loved the hair though. I kept the hair exactly the same, and I just like made the tail and horns a little bit brighter. They were a little dull before, and then I changed the whole color scheme to cool colors. The eyes I also left alone because they were fine. Oh, you know what else happened recently? Volume 9 of Ruby finally fucking released the soundtrack for it. I'm gonna cry over a bunch of these songs. Like, Worthy? Oh my god. It's so pretty. I they get season 10 greenlit for it. It sounds like they're struggling, to say the least. But we can dream. Oh, did I just completely forget this tale? Whoopsie. This is what I get for being out of practice. My brain's been a little dead when it comes to art lately. For, as aforementioned, life being hectic reasons. But hopefully all will be well soon. I started working on this again. It's been in my work in progresses for quite a while. But I started working on it during D&D yesterday, and the art spark was finally coming back a little bit, and I was like, oh, thank God. I hate being an art block. I don't know why alpha masks are doing this. They look weird. Why are you doing that? Maybe if I just... Oops. I'm testing if the alpha mask is actually working properly, because it doesn't feel like it is. Okay. Okay, it is. It needs to be more orangey, I think. I usually do pink for skin tones, but I think that might be a little bit much here. Okay, no, it's not. That's fine. That's the wrong orange. I feel like I'm relearning art all over again. It's like riding a bike, it's all rusty. I typically don't stop drawing for more than like a day or so. So whenever I stop drawing for more than like a week, it's like everything's just gone. Deleted. My brain panics and it's just like, oh, I don't need this anymore. It's okay though. We'll shake off all the cobwebs. I gotta say, I understand the hype for alpha masks now. For, like, most of the things that I've drew before I had alpha masks, I was just like, I don't understand why everyone's so excited about these, and why everyone is just like, oh my god, you don't have alpha masks? And then I started using it specifically for just masking line art, and I was like, oh, I see. Oh no, I can't go back. It makes it so much easier. Especially for gradients like this, because it would take me forever to get them right. Oh, that needs orange too. Or pink, maybe? Oh, pink is good. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, gross. Hey Annie, I'm doing alright. The person I contacted about a kitten hasn't responded yet, and it's pissing me off. But I'm trying to be patient. They had a cute little all-black kitten, and I was like, oh, I love all-black cats. I haven't had one before. I wanted to avoid getting one that looked too much like Annabelle, too. They had a lot of kittens that looked like Annabelle. I was like, oh, let's just steer away from those images right now. They're very good. I need to think of a name still. If I even manage to snatch this one. I wish you luck, Annie. It took a lot of effort to go to work today. I was supposed to be training somebody today, but we were having some connection issues, so it got moved to Monday, and I was like, that and our intern was doing a presentation today, and I wanted to be there for that. And that was the only thing that got me to roll out of bed. I did end up playing Deceive more on my breaks with the new character, by the way, Innie. I did see you were playing Deceive earlier as well. If you want to play after stream today, please let me know. As long as you don't mind me dying a lot, as I do. I wish I could say our gameplay yesterday with Rain was, like, out of the ordinary for me, but no, that's exactly how I play all the time. So I apologize. Yeah! I don't remember, I think one of her other weapons may do more damage. I can check for you later. I think I have all of hers unlocked. But yeah, that's the most frustrating thing about her. She just does not do damage. Although, of course, every Madame Zhu I meet in battle always murders my ass, so... I am getting better, though. Oh my god, it was so frustrating earlier. So obviously I didn't win any earlier, because I was playing solos, and solos are just a fucking gamble. But, I kept meeting other Sasoris, and every fucking time... they would murder me, and I would look at their health afterward, and it would be like 1%. Literally, one of them had a health bar so tiny I could barely see it. It was like 1 pixel long, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I was so close! I almost had it! But that does go to show I am doing better. And this is a good character for me. Have you tried out any of the other characters? Oh, no. That's so frustrating. Yeah. Oh no! That's the worst. I'm trying to think. There's something else that happened that was like stupidly funny. Oh, I started so I've swapped my shield for hack traps when playing Sasori. And oh my god, I wish I was better like at tracking down players and killing them, cuz I'm starting to get a feel for that. And that is very fun to do. Unfortunately, I kept getting paired with people who are like actually good at the game. So like they would get hack trapped and then they would turn around and immediately start shooting me and I was like, "Oh. Oops." I'm not subtle, I think is the big problem at the moment. I think I've picked up the package in solo mode before, but I still haven't won in solo. I've only won when playing with Rain. Rain heavily carries me. In my defense, though, it is the only shooter I play. Although, if there's other ones that are like it, in that, the main objective isn't necessarily to kill the other players, or like, that's not the only gameplay, essentially, I would be interested in checking them out. Because the, like, sneaking around and, trying to remain invisible while completing objectives is very fun to me. Oh, this is Morizoko, though. By the way. I don't know if I've shown you him. Yeah, solo is really hard. This game is definitely balanced around, team play, for sure. Which on one hand, because it's always easier to play a game that allows you to play solo, is frustrating, but on the other hand, it is nice that co-op is encouraged. And not just heavily broken. Hey Philip, how's it going? Why did I combine your face with the rest of the layers? It's the number one mistake. I keep telling myself, never combine the eyes, the mouth, and nose with the rest of the layers, so I don't paint over them. And then I forget and I do it anyways. It's fine. I'll fix it later. But it makes me sad, because it means I have to redo work. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, definitely get plenty of sleep. Sleep is good for you. I haven't had to do much work on the weekends just yet, thankfully. But I will definitely cry a little when I have to. Wrong color. I need to figure out what this guy's magic looks like. I was kind of imagining sort of a whole Elsa deal, since he is a ice, slightly demonic deity. But, I don't know, that doesn't feel right. Because his main thing is, like, portals. Huh. It'd be kind of cool if, like, his portals were crystalline. Ambrosia's portals, it looks like they literally cut through the fabric of space, is how they're designed, which I think is very fun. But they don't have the same control over portals that this guy has. He is, like, the portal man. The next character I'll be working on is, less of an overpowered Mary Sue. More of a generic protagonist boy. I swear not all my characters are like this. I swear. I promise. They're all still wizards, though. That'll never change. Oh, you have not heard much of my lore, Annie. Not at all. I've told you a little bit. Oh, yeah. And tiny frogs, yeah. Is that a good ... or a very bad ... Because it's always a little scary. I need a better way to describe my characters to people, honestly. Because I can't just be like, well, it's kind of like good and evil, but not really, because that doesn't exist here. And it's kind of like demons, but not actually. It just gets a little annoying to say sometimes. He's technically a remnant. Oh, I keep forgetting. I wanted to design the doorman, too. I mentioned them during Tiny Frogs, like, once. Maybe I'll do a concept before I go to the other character. Apologies if it looks like I'm not doing much at the moment. I'm correcting colors for the lines. And I feel like it always looks really invisible. Whenever I do speed paints, I always feel like I have to cut this part out. Because unless I'm like going from like a really light line or to a dark line or vice versa, it's just like, you don't see anything that's happening. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there screaming internally because the shade of black that the line art is like 2 shades too blue somewhere. I think I mentioned it before on stream, but opacity in Sketchbook works really weirdly sometimes, and like it makes me scream because you'll paint with the brush that is technically 100% opacity, so it should be solid color, right? And then you duplicate the layer, and then the color that you were drawing goes darker because it wasn't fully opaque. And I don't know why it does this. The brushes are just dumb. I want to fight the developers of Sketchbook personally. Oh, I need to tell the air server people I finally fixed their shit. That was a fucking adventure and a half. Oh my god. I don't think I actually explained how I got air server working again. I might have. It turns out, I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know when, the thing that supports Apple products on Windows, the application that does that as a background process, uninstalled itself on my computer. Or maybe I uninstalled it because I didn't know, or something. I don't know what happened. I don't remember what happened. Maybe CC Cleaner uninstalled it. Whatever the case, it was gone, and that's why this was breaking, and it broke my Life 2D avatar. It broke just about everything that I happened to use an Apple product for, and I was furious because it was so stupid, and I spent hours trying to fix that shit. I've been fighting it for so long. Yeah, honestly. I mean, it's better than, what's it called? Coral Painter? I think that's what it's called. There's a drawing application called Coral Painter Essentials something, some number. And that was the first drawing program I had because it came with my first tablet. and I didn't know any, like, good programs other than Psy, and I didn't know where to get Psy. Cause that was the era of you go into a store and you buy a CD, and then you install the program from the CD, not digital downloads. So I didn't know how to get Psy, and I didn't know how to ask for help to find it, so I was just using what came with my tablet, and it was Corel Essential something, probably like 11 or 12, and, like, it's not the worst program out there. It was very user-friendly, I'll give it that. It did allow a lot for brush customization and stuff like that. But I don't know what the reasoning is behind programs just mimicking how brushes work in real life. But that's the only brushes it had, was like painting brushes. And like brushes that smeared and stuff like that. And it's just like, that's cool, that's fine. Can I have a basic round brush? Like, if your program is made for, like, if what you want is to have a bunch of brushes that mimic paint things, that's cool and all. Please include a basic round brush. Please. Please, I'm begging at this point. Because even if, like, that is the thing that you want to do, is you want to draw, fancy oil art in digital formats, a basic round brush goes a long way. You can do a lot with that just to get base stuff down and sketches. But no, like, literally all the brushes very poorly mimicked real life tools and whatnot, but like it had the same problem of like opacity issues and like just it wasn't tuned well at all. And I had to fight with it to get like just basic brushes. Because also it wasn't like a popular program, so it's not like I go out and download a brush pack. Oh my god, don't use GIMP. Don't use GIMP. There are better free programs out there that you can use. I'm not sure if Sketchbook is still free. If it is, I would actually recommend it. It is still very good. I believe it's free to use, but you have to pay to use premium features, and it's like $2, which is well and far beyond definitely worth it. Holy shit. But, GIMP is kind of a trash fire, from what I remember. I have used GIMP before. What the hell am I listening to right now? I should be listening to Ruby Volume 9. Thank you. They finally released the soundtrack for Ruby Volume 9, and I'm gonna cry over Worthy and Guide My Way for a week now. Thank you. They're very good. Very, very good music. I saw people complaining that Red Like Roses Part 3 didn't have the same exact vibes as the other Red Like Roses tracks. I'm just like, it's fine! It works, okay? Ruby had her whole arc, alright? Let her be. Let her have this new funky tune. It's fine though. I hope they get greenlit for season 10. Oh, I see. No worries, yeah. I'm trying to think, what other, like, random trash fire programs have I tried to use? Because I've tried to use a lot of different ones. Because again, I didn't know where to get Paint Tool Sci, and I certainly wasn't gonna get Photoshop or anything like that. But I eventually landed on Sketchbook, and it was the first program that I still had to tweak all of the brushes extensively, to get what I wanted, but I could at least download a few and stuff like that. And it wasn't a complete trash fire of a program. Like, it worked for me, the simple UI and whatnot. All the things I've praised about it before. And it became my main drawing program after that. And now it's like a bad habit I can't break. Because I can't use any other program still. I need to learn Clip Studio so badly. There's so many useful brushes in there. I got a whole freaking fancy tablet to learn it. Honestly, I probably wouldn't recommend GIMP for photo editing it anyway, either. I mean, to be fair to it, I haven't used it in years. But like, I don't know, there's a lot of things about it where it's just like, ugh. Cause I feel like here's the thing, you have a great comparison for GIMP in Blender. Cause if you tried to use Blender like a decade ago, you would cry just because the user interface was so bad. It was just like GIMP in that it was so bad it was unusable unless you were an expert in it, and it took forever to become an expert in it. But they fixed that. They went back, they revamped a lot of things, they cleaned it up, they made it more accessible. And tons and tons and tons of people have made great Blender videos, and the ones that they recommend are great explanations for beginners, and whatnot. But then, like, every time I hear about GIMP again, it's the same stuff every time, where it's just, like, bad UI, everything's hard to learn, hard to find, hard to use. And it never changes. I'm sure it's changed a bit since then, but it is frustrating. Yeah. Subscription-based drawing programs frustrate me, and I refuse to use them. I would like to use Photoshop. I would love to use Illustrator. And a bunch of other ones that have, like, nice things. But what they require in payment and whatnot is just ridiculous. It's just not worth it to me. Sure, it'll take longer, but I can do the same shit in a different program. I can't do it as well or anything like that, but it's the price I'll pay for not having to pay their price. I was really sad though. I did a test in, I think it was Illustrator, for a logo, and the vector tools are really nice, and I would love to use them. Just not for the price that they want me to pay. It just feels greedy. It's like, damn, I'm not even making any money off of this. Why do you get to make money off of me to this extent? This is personal use. And like, to an extent, I'm just like, okay, yeah, they have to pay their bills too, but not like this. Oh, that's nice. Like, the thing is, like, it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be flashy and modern and sleek and all that to be a good UI. It just has to be clean and well organized. And I kind of got reminded of that fact because, like, I do love a good, sleek, like, fancy UI in a game. Like, the ones that really encapsulate a game. I've talked about that before on stream, that those are the games that really draw me in. But if it's a clean, easy-to-use UI, that still makes me happy. Yeah. Oh, man. Let's not get too into that conversation. Oh my god. You're right. You're so right, though. All I'll say is, I support the strikes right now. And I hope they get their fucking money, because they deserve it. I did my part. I donated a little bit. And then I got really cranky because then they sent me like 15 emails in the past week or so. I was like, okay, buddy, look, you got my money already. I wanted news, not pay us more, please. I understand, but please. It's just frustrating. Because, like, Spotify is increasing their prices. I got a couple notifications for other things increasing their prices, too. One of my all-time favorite artists is having to do new things that's going to take up more of their time to pay their bills, and it's just like, it's frustrating because on one hand it's really cool that they got the opportunity and they're excited about it, but on the other hand they're like, yeah, IP and all that is sure is a jungle to traverse. It's just thing after thing after thing. It really does feel like we're at a tipping point, though. There's like an energy in the air, is the best way I can describe it. I don't know if it's going to be a good change or a bad change, but there's going to be a change. I'm hoping it's for the better, though. Okay. I'm gonna come back to this. It's been in my work in progresses for a while. I can stay in my work in progresses for a little while longer. I have character designs I want to work on. Which one is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, that'll work. I don't remember when they added this palette feature, but oh my god, I love it. Anyways, so, the doorman. They're supposed to be just like little creatures, little funky dudes. Maybe I should just block things out a little bit. This is more creature design than character design at the moment, but it's fine. That's not right. I know I fall into the sad fantasy habit of everyone's just human with a reskin, but I just think it's more fun to design humanoids. I'm not really a creature creator. Sometimes I am. Occasionally. I have a really good idea and I'm just like, I have to design that. I gotta give this guy a funky outfit. Hold on. Let me look at Pinterest. I haven't really just decided what they are. Like, are they mechanical species? Are they something elemental? Are they actually humanoid? Are they plants? I imagine them looking like silhouettes almost, with some pieces that are highlighted in different colors. But I mostly just had an idea of what their heads would look like. I need references. I feel like they're more mechanical in nature, but I feel like they are organic. Like, they look mechanical, but they're organic. Right now I'm kind of getting vibes of, like, a bug carapace. I kind of like it, but I also... I'm not sure. Let me look that up. I've played part of a Borderlands game a long time ago. I'm only seeing... an element. I'm not seeing pictures of the alien. Show me the aliens! Oh, those are funky looking dudes! Yeah, that's kind of the right track. Kind of a mix of that. If you've seen, Marashima Aruma-kun, it's a manga slash anime, Alucard's, like, third form, I think it is, when he turns into, like, a little dude that's attached to Iruma's ring, was one of my first inspirations for this. I need to stretch my toes. My feet are falling asleep. No! I should play Borderlands again. I have Borderlands 3 for some reason. I think I got it in like a big Humble Bundle or something like that. I think it was Borderlands 2 that I started playing like the beginning of when it was on a free weekend like ages ago on Steam. But it was decent. I enjoyed it a lot. I should probably play the original Borderlands as well. Just do the whole series. That's okay. What kind of stupid? Like, plot hole? Annoying? Or something else? I don't mind an imperfect story. As long as it's decent otherwise. I wasn't originally gonna give them hair, but then I just got this idea of, like, the sheer cloth thing on their veil working like hair. And I kinda think it's neat. I don't know if I'll stick with it yet. I'm just using this yellow to figure out how to draw this thing. Ribs are hard. They look so simple on the surface, and then you realize, oh shit, no, actually, that's hard. That's hard to draw. Yeah, but what kind of bad writing? Because bad writing can mean a lot of things. I've heard great things about 1 and 2, though, for sure. And I think I remember hearing that 3 got some bad writing, but I don't, like... It wasn't really explained why it was bad writing. Ooh, an energy veil. It was just actually supposed to be cloth, but I think you're onto something. Holy shit, 1 second. Like if it looks almost like a hologram? I'll have to look up references on how to get that to light up correctly. I'm thinking like the look of like cloth lit up by LEDs to make it look like an energy veil. Ah, okay, I see. Yeah, flat writing. Flat catery writing. That just didn't pan out well. Ooh, no, that's the worst. Pardon me while I muck around trying to figure this out. Aww. That never ends up well when somebody tries to do that, I feel. Like, whether or not, like, you're the pander to demographic, it just always ends up kind of, like, cringe. This is my favorite brush I've made. It's so stupid. It's just an instant palette maker because it's squares. I didn't intend to, but they kind of got a ball jointed doll looking bit on their arms, and I'm kind of wanting to keep it. Oh, you know what I haven't talked about yet? Which is kind of on the topic of writing in general. The Nimona movie? I loved it, actually. That was so good. I need to read the original comic, too, now. Because I've heard that it's very different in tone and characterization of everyone, but, like, both the movie and the comics both are both very good. I did feel very pandered to Nimona, though, because Nimona's gender fluidness really spoke to me. I was like, I understand this character at their core. There were a lot of very good scenes. Oh, the pointy bit of the arm made me think of a doll I saw recently, customized on YouTube too. They were doing a cancer crab doll for July, and they they cut off the doll's leg and then just sharpened them to a point to be like little crab like tippy tappies. It just looks so funny. I loved the end result of the doll. They had like a lot of trouble with it, and you could kind of tell in the end. That kind of made me sad. But I feel like the end result was still very good. Hello! How's it going, Zova Spinner? Oh my god, please don't, Annie. Please. 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 Get your rest. It's okay. It's alright. I was not expecting the direction Frog's Dungeon took, though, for D&D. Like, oh my god. You said swamp. I wasn't expecting this. I'm doing alright. I've been really busy. I'm trying to get back in the swing of streaming again. I would like OBS to stop breaking my cat cam. That's very frustrating. I want to show you guys Miss Mia. She's a very good girl. Do you know that, Miss Mia? You're a very good girl. Do you know that, Miss Mia? Are you here? Hi. Are you a good girl? Yes, you are. She's not been happy lately. I think she's put 2 and 2 together. I'm hoping the new kitten, when I find them and I'm able to get them here, will help her feel better. I need to check if they've replied to me. Yeah, it's kind of understandable that she's upset right now. I previously had 2 cats, and one of them recently passed away to old age. So she's very upset about that. They weren't close cats, but it was still like family type of thing for them too. And she's not the kind of cat that works well as a solo kitty. This is starting to kind of remind me of Aetherbound armor in some places, in Guild Wars. Thank you. Yeah, she had a long, happy life. She was 18 years old, which is very old for a kitty. Both her and my current cat, Mia, are big ol' Maine Coons, too, so they're super fluffy. I checked out a cat cafe in my area, because it was recommended me to try something like that for, if I wanted to rescue a shelter kitty instead of adopting from a breeder. But man, I felt bad. I didn't really connect with any of them there. And Maine Coons from breeders, I'm quite used to at this point, because that's how I have both the kitties I have right now. And actually, the breeder I'm trying to contact at the moment, we've gotten a cat from them before. It's been a while. At the same time we got Mia, we got another kitty who went with my ex-stepmother instead of us. We got him from there. And he, like, Maine Coons are big cats, okay? And he was a big kitten. His ears and tail were, like, 50% larger than they normally are for a Maine Coon kitten. So I was like, he really needed to grow into them. It was so funny. He held his tail in a certain way, and we think it's because people and cats might have accidentally stepped on it because it was so long. I was just like, oh, you poor thing. Like, it became a habit for him, but he was such a pretty kitten, oh my gosh. Like, you could tell he would have been a great show cat if that's what we were going to have him for. So I'm hoping to get in contact with them, because I know that they have good kitties and good heads on their shoulders. And when I was looking at their page, at the moment they have one cat available that's an all-black Maine Coon, and I'm very interested in her. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. In general, the Maine Coons we've gotten are kind of a little bit of divas, but also, like, photogenic. Annabelle would pose for pictures. If you started taking a picture of her, I don't think she understood what a camera was, but she understood that people posed at cameras. So she would also do it. She would, like, get herself in a nice position. And Nemo would do the same thing. Mia is kind of like... Mia's a wild one. She came to us a little bit more feral than most cats do when they're from a breeder. She's like this rascally little goblin cat. And we think she was like the runt of the litter too, because she was like extra small for a Maine Coon. It was so funny. We had like a big-eared, long-tailed Maine Coon, and then this tiny little rat at the same time. Because we got them at the same time. It was so funny. But they were best buddies at the time. She's always done really well with other cats. Annabelle was more of a solo cat because we had her first. And she was used to being on her own for so long that having other cats in the house, like, she tolerated them just fine, but she didn't like it when they tried to get her to play with them. Oh dear. Cats really are fickle creatures for sure. I don't think Mia's very happy with me at the moment. She won't let me pet her or anything for too long. But normally she lets me love on her a lot. And Annabelle would just eat up attention all the time. Chihuahua in a cat body. Oh no! Oh, there was one cat at the cat cafe. I don't know why I'm like this. When I see like an especially grumpy cat, I'm immediately, like, super attached to them. And this cat would, like, it was laying on the counter, like, right at the entrance the whole time, trying to sleep. But of course, it's, like, in the prime position for somebody to go up and pet it. And she was, like, super fluffy. Like, she was gorgeous. But, the cat cafe people warned me, they're like, watch out, she does just, like, suddenly spin around and bite when she's cranky, and I'm like, oh, that's fine. I've dealt with cats before like that. I mean, all she does was like a play bite type of thing, like a warning bite, essentially. But I was just like, please love me, I want to pet you more. You're so soft. You're so calm. There's like a lot of like little, like teenage kittens almost type of thing there too, and they were all super rascally and like running around all the place and super distracted by everything, so they wouldn't sit still long enough to be pet. And I didn't want to disturb the cats that were asleep because like they're in a cat lounge cafe type thing. They probably like they want their sleep when they can get it. And then at one point this big chunky cat, like, that cat was overweight. I finally got it to come over to me because I was like, that would be nice to pet. He probably would sit still for a little while. And I got him to sit on my lap, started petting him, and I was like, oh, there's like this other big fluffy cat I would love to pet in here and meet them across the room. Let me just get up. And then he kind of like looked at me for a second and was just like, excuse me. And he was just laying on my lap before, but then he like crawled up and put his face into my face and then just laid like that down again. I'm like, wow. This cat literally fucking pinned me to the chair, would not let me get up for like 20 minutes. It was very cute, but it was mildly frustrating. Because I had already arrived a little bit late, because GPS lied about how long it would take to get there. Like, extremely lied. It was weird. But it's fine. I'll probably go back and pet more cats. They were cuties. Look, I know I have cats at home, but that doesn't mean I can't share the love with a bunch of cats that really want to be pet right now. My cats are finicky. I think the arm bits need to be longer here. Oh no, yeah. Dogs and cats don't really mix, huh? They do sometimes, and it's nice when they do, but... it's hard to get them to get along. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna remove that joint. I'm just gonna put more, like, energy stuff there. Because I like this. Oh my god, please go sleep. Please sleep. Please sleep. Please sleep. Thank you. Have a good night. Have a good rest. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we've had to manage the weight of our cats a few times. Because Annabelle was especially bad about overeating for a while there. She eventually chilled out. And, Mia is a little shit. And she learned how to press the button on their food feeder. So whenever she felt like there just wasn't enough food in the bowl, i.e. it wasn't overfilling and falling onto the ground, she would just sit up on there and just hold the button until she was satisfied. She stopped doing it now, but for the longest time I had to put my old textbooks from college on top of it so she couldn't fucking press the button like the degenerate that she is. I'm terrified of her. She's figured out how to open up cabinets that don't have handles. She's a smart cookie. One day she's gonna learn how to open up doors, and I will never be safe again. The only thing that contains her is that I know how to open up the tree bag. I'm surprised she has not tried to open up the tree bag. She certainly has thought about it, but she's been very polite so far, because she's a good kitty. Isn't that right, Miss Mia? I'm just glad she doesn't go after chocolate like Annabelle did. I don't think we're dead, we just need to now, fall in line for our new cat overlords. Mice and belly ropes, at the top of the morning every day. You know, 12 p.m. There will be 12 nap times, and they should have mice and kibble and good treats and wet food at every single one of them. Tuesdays are now Catnip Tuesdays. I need to get Mia used to water. She's got like a weird, like, fluffy cotton candy texture type of fur, and it mats so easily. And my sister had like this brilliant idea of using a comb instead of a cat brush to comb her fur out, which she definitely loves a lot more, but it's still like a battle to get the mats out of her hair. I need to bring her to a groomer and just get her lion cut shaved again. Poor lady. She hates the lion cut. I don't like it anymore. Need to redo the hand. I want all the finger bits connected. I don't want them to have the ether going through them. Or whatever the fuck this is. I'm just thinking ether because that's what it's usually called in games, right? Or plasma. I want that to connect to the bigger joints, but trying to draw that with tiny joints like fingers would be super annoying. I just don't know how I want it to connect on this side. That's the issue. Oh no, my hand. Don't fall asleep. Oh goodness. I went to pick up my drink and I thought I was gonna drop it. Yes. 100%. hate it. I don't love it. You know what? I'm gonna leave it uncomplicated, because if I complicate it more, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to draw. I think that's a valid reason to keep it simple, stupid. It's already gonna be a pain to draw. I don't need to make it worse. I'm also gonna keep the legs simple. Neither. Coffee is too bitter. I have not tried enough teas to find one that I enjoyed, but the ones I tried, I didn't enjoy the taste. I get my caffeine from soda, and I realize it's a mistake every time. Eat it up. Thank you. I swear to God, if there's something in my eye, I'm going to lose it. I think that's a sufficient mix of cool and creepy. Philip, you've already predicted what the outfits are going to look like. you nailed it. Speaking of which, that's next. Yeah, they're just dapper little dudes. I mean, obviously they'll have like some variations here and there, but the ones that work directly for Morizako, they're dapper little dudes. I can't decide whether or not I should design what's actually under the veil, too. Or if I should leave it up to, like, just to being a silhouette. I should also probably figure out what horn variations there could be. Oh, I have to look at a suit. Meh. Excuse me. I always struggle with suits. We'll be here for a bit. It just got weird shapes. I feel like these guys have a concept of gender, but, they don't have, like, parts. They only have one technical gender, but they might decide, like, to be different. For fun. Fun in games. Marquis in Battleborn. Yeah, do give me suit ideas. I love suits. They're fun. Oh, that's very good. Oh, hell yeah. That's very 10 out of 10. Hell yeah. That's my aesthetic right there. I'm trying to do something funky where the ribcage part still shows. But I don't have... I've seen something with it before, I just can't remember. It might have been more of a corset. With like an open, swishy white shirt, pirate shirt. Favorite cheese? I don't really have a favorite cheese. Pepper jack is good, but I don't eat a whole lot of cheeses. Ugh, my headphones cord is getting in my way. Move, bitch! Get out the way! Provolone? That's not bad. Their horns are starting to remind me of Draenei from World of Warcraft. In a good way. Draenei horns are very fun. Yeah. That's a low bar. Yes, very much so. I should mess with other colors than the ones I've been using. Time to find a Battleborn wiki and look up all these characters. I don't even know what a Battleborn is. Oh, hero shooter, okay. Who is this mushroom man? Oh my god, they just have a fucking mushroom man. I love them. That's a great design. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Okay, let's see. Phoebe and Ambra. There's Phoebe. Oh, very good as well. Yes. Delightful. Ambra. Ooh. That is a look. Oh, that is sad. I feel like their base tone should always be this kind of purpley color, because they're supposed to be like obsidian almost type of thing. But I feel like their accent color could probably be different. So let's mess around with that a little bit. I was also thinking the white bone part could be like almost opalescent. Yeah, that should totally be opalescent. Oh my god. What color should we give you? The color wheel says if I close my eyes and swirl it for a while... Oh, I just closed it. It says red. Okay. Hello, Daishima. How's it going? Hats off to you. I'm gonna steal it. What if you just showed up to my stream one day and instead of my wizard hat, I was your hat for once? How would you feel about that? I just start possessing everyone's hats. My hat now. Yeah. Oh, for sure. We're just doing some creature design right now. I was gonna do character design, but then I got distracted. These are Dorman. They're a creature from my stories. Oh, just give me the brand. I'll probably like it. I had some ramen earlier, it was very good. I like the Indomie fried noodles the best. Oh, you know that like super spicy salsa that they'll put on like restaurant tables in Mexican restaurants? I drank that as a kid. I love spicy food. Also, that's not an exaggeration. I did actually do that. I don't remember my reasoning, though. I was just like, sure, yeah, let's do that. Much to the horror of my entire family. Yeah. I eventually want to try some of those, like, super spicy peppers. I just want to know if they taste good. If my doctor ever tells me I'm not allowed to have spicy food anymore, I would literally cry. It's my favorite thing. Yeah, a lot of them aren't spicy, but sometimes at, like, good Mexican restaurants, the salsa that they put at the table will be spicy. And it is a strong spice. That shit'll burn your tongue. But it's good. It's really good. I don't think they do it as much as anymore. Idea where my spice tolerance came from. I've just always been this way. What's the smallest I can get? Oh, I can get a single one. Cheese flavor? Ugh. I don't think I could eat ramen that's cheese flavored. 2 times spicy. Oh, this formatting's weird. I'll save that for later. Now that is sad news, Sova. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. No. Ooh. Hell yeah, Daishima. That's the good stuff. I think that was the case for the place that I drank the salsa at, because it was a really cool place. The decoration there, they had like all of these fancy like handmade tiles and hand painted things. It was gorgeous. I think it was like a family restaurant or something. But yeah, it was the kind of spicy that they were just like, oh my god, this small 6-year-old child just drank like half a pint of this. Do we need to be worried? And everyone freaked out. I'm like, what? Why is everyone freaking out? I'm fine, it was great. That's a good point as well, Sova. You never know until you try it. It could be just that, like, the spice of it overwhelms any of the flavor. A cactus room and a rose room. Yeah! I don't even know if this place is still around. I haven't been to that area of the States in a while. I don't plan to go back. It was a good restaurant, but it wasn't that good. Now, the Chinese place I go to here is a family restaurant. That I would travel, like, if I moved somewhere else in the world, I would travel back here just to have that again. It was so funny. My sister came to town, and we didn't even have the like super good Asian, but like we just got some Asian one day because we were like, we don't want to make food or anything. We could just order in. When she was here, and she's just like, man, they don't have any good Asian like Chinese places in Chicago. I was just like, oh no. It's that bad. She's like, yeah. They have everything else. They've got Thai, they've got Vietnamese and all that, but they don't have just good Chinese food. There's a place in Tennessee that my family used to go to. It was actually how our dad got us to expand our palate a little bit more. Initially, was he brought us to this place. And they had the absolute best Asian food I ever had at that point. And just the perfect hot and sour soup. And it was our favorite place to go to. And then one day the owner changed, and they changed all the recipes, and they made them all bad, and it made us very upset. And I guess at some point they did change back to the old recipes, but I think at that point they had to close, because it ruined them that bad that they changed all the recipes. But then my dad found the place here, and he's like, Ambrosia, you don't understand. It's like the old place. When it was good, it's so good. And I was like, I'll take your word for it. And then I tried it and I was like, oh my god, it is. It's so good. They have the good soup. They make everything just right. The broccoli doesn't get soggy even when I make it for leftovers afterwards. This is the good place. You're so right, Zova, but also at the same time, like, I'm not that picky. As long as it's good enough, it doesn't have to be the best for me to enjoy it still. It's just, when you've tasted the best, you really can't go back. I always feel really bad, like, being very judgmental of, certain restaurants, because it's just like, you've clearly made this very well, but I've already tasted better. The one exception is burgers, though, because I can grill a good burger, so I know, like, it's not that hard to grill a good burger. So when I go to a place and they have bad burgers, and it's not like fast food type of thing, it's like a nicer place, I'm just like, you ruined one of the easiest meals to make. How? I don't actually like egg rolls. It's very funny. If somebody comes with us that likes egg rolls, and they have complimentary egg rolls, and we don't tell them in time, no, please don't give us egg rolls, just this one person at the table will have, like, 5 egg rolls stacked in front of them, and it's just like, yours now! We won't eat that. I do love, some of the soups, though. I'm unfortunately a very picky eater, which is very frustrating sometimes, but, when I know I like something, I always like it, for sure. Oh, I think I have leftover Asian in my fridge. I might have that tomorrow. I forgot about it today. Pork and carrot. That sounds really good. I do want some, Daishima. Why do you torture me so? Tell me about all your delicious foods. I can't tune into your food streams because I see what you're making and then I immediately get jealous. I need to tune into more of your tea time streams, though. Those are still very fun. I just always get so busy or tired. I want my schedule to calm its shit. In your defense, though, Daishima, I normally don't watch a whole lot of food stuff. I don't like the sound of people eating. It wasn't bad when I was on your stream, but there's just like some things where you go to watch something about food and they like take a bite of the thing and for some godforsaken reason they have to like turn the mic up on the person crunching on whatever food it is and it's just like why? Why do you do this to me? Mute that fucking mic, alright? I don't want to hear it. They do. They do. And yes, it is. It is Nova. Or, I keep saying... I have a character named Nova. Forgive me, Sova. I keep reading it wrong. But yes, they absolutely do, Daishima. I literally, like, will hear it turn up and I'm like, oh, fuck, I have to run. I have to run into the other room. It's so bad. I guess some people like the noise. I don't. Wouldn't your, the eating part of your cooking streams technically be it, to an extent? I don't know the exact specifications of mukbang. Oh! I should watch the Kirby games. I've never played a Kirby game, and I haven't watched a playthrough of one either. Lots of food? Oh, okay. You do. You do. Unless it's the 100 nugget challenge. I don't really understand those things like mukbang stuff. I suppose as long as it doesn't hurt the person, it's fine. I feel like a boomer every time I see like a new TikTok challenge or new fad, and I'm just like, but why? Favorite ice cream flavor, chocolate and vanilla half and half mixed together. Like 1 scoop of chocolate, 1 scoop of vanilla, and mix that together. That's the best flavor. Or, whenever they have those like double or triple chocolate ones, where it's like, it's chocolate and then they've got like chunks of fudge or something like in it, very good. Very, very good. I have a huge sweet tooth. I agree, Jysima. Like, every once in a while, okay, sure. Strawberry? I'm so sorry. I don't like the flavor of strawberry ice cream. I actually don't like strawberries themselves, too. Mint chocolate? These are all very valid flavors. It is just, again, the pickiness of my palate. I don't like mint chocolate. My sister does, I think, though. If I recall correctly. Without chunks. Yeah. I can understand why people might like fruit chunks in like ice cream, but I personally wouldn't like it. Like, I like, if it's soft, like, you have to, like, let it warm up a little bit, like, cookie dough chunks and stuff like that in it, and the aforementioned fudge chunks, but it has to still be, like, chewy. I don't want to crack my teeth trying to eat ice cream. Immersion blenders? I don't know what that is. I think I know what that is, actually. I think I've heard that before, I just don't remember. Okay, it is definitely a kitchen appliance. My favorite kitchen appliance is the air fryer. Oh. Oh, okay, yeah. Honestly, the only image of a blender I have in my head right now is this idiot on YouTube who is trying to... He makes things out of trash, like miniatures out of trash, so he does stuff like Howl's Moving Castle, and the cat bus from Totoro and stuff like that, but like he was trying to make pink flocking for the Encanto house. So he was trying to use a blender to cut up a sponge, and like he has it on video. It's just like, you are 1 spark away from a fucking fire there, my guy. dangerous. That man's gonna get electrocuted. I can't say anything. When I was putting my microwave and plugging it in for my apartment here, I did electrocute myself by accident. But at the same time, it's just like, sir, please. Sir, please. Sir, please, no. Electrocution feels like loud static, by the way, if you're wondering. Like the TV noise as described earlier, that's what it feels like. It doesn't actually hurt, but your brain wants it to think that it hurts. It's a very strange feeling. Don't electrocute yourselves, by the way. It's really interesting how my style changes depending on if I'm doing concept art like this or if I'm doing full art. Because the shading gets really rough in a way that feels really nice. But I also really like the softer look of my normal art. Alrighty. There's something about the bow tie I don't like. That's better. Ooh. Now that's a thought. Hold on to that. Let me finish up the veil. and do it side by side. It's actually very cool. I have the perfect thing to reference for the hijabi cosplay. Or, for the veils. By just looking up hijabi cosplay. Because that's kind of what I'm imagining these veils to look like in a way. Don't steal too many hats. I'll try not to, Daishima. Good luck with your work. Okay, now that he's gone, how do we want to heist his hat? Now remember, he's a magical boy, and he's got the power of God and anime on his side. So we do have to keep that in mind. However, he can be distracted because he, canonically in his lore, he is very lazy and does not want to do any saving of the world. And he can be distracted by a good tea. Do we have any good teas in the chat? Similarly heavy hat sandbag. If I recall correctly, I don't know if he's changed this. His hat is the only part of his magical boy outfit that actually can be removed. He might have changed that. I kind of want to... Should they have ears? I think I have to decide what's going to be under their veils. If I want to decide if they have ears or not. It just looks strange. Yorkshire tea. Daishima's more of an Asian tea kind of guy. We can ask if Yorkshire tea would convince him to look away. Hi Diego, how's it going? Okay, that helped. The horns can be their ears. That was what my initial idea was, and I think I'm gonna stick to that. I think I'm just gonna... Unless I specifically want them to feel like they're actually bald, I might stick with that. It's just this particular Dorman wasn't supposed to feel bald, and so it bothered me immensely that they did look that way. Persona 5. Can we get an F in the chat for Diego's sanity? Are you enjoying it? I'm assuming you have, but I know just as well as anyone I can get hooked onto a game for no reason. Who's your favorite character so far? Holy shit, my guy. I mean, I can't say anything. The number of hours I put into Book of Hours during the last beta period, I might have doubled the amount of hours I'd spent in the game from all the other beta periods in the last one. So, oopsie. Oh my god, Philip, that's kind of brilliant. Oh my god, I love that actually. Okay, hold on, let me put all of these guys on this side. Oh wait. Just like an old dude. How do you draw eye wrinkles? Both very good choice, by the way. Diego, for favorite characters. What they even look like in their old age? They're a mixture of organic and almost mechanical. But they are organic creatures, so they would age. That could work, but I do want to avoid them feeling too mechanical. I feel like their light definitely would dim a little bit, but I don't think it would be very noticeable. Maybe it would become less saturated. I love like little coming of age things where as you find yourself, something about you physically changes. So maybe when they start out with pure white, and as they grow into their personality and figure themselves out, they get a color that represents them in some way. And that could be remaining white, but it could also change to anything on the spectrum. It's not meant as a purity or innocence thing, it's just mechanically. White light is all colors at their brightest. And I feel like their colors could totally shift as they change their personality, as they feel in different ways. Some of them might have colors that change all the time, some of them might just stay one color. They would generally have human stature and size, so it could be whatever. It could depend on the character. They're a little bit taller than humans. Adults would probably range from 6 to 8 feet. And they're string beans, just by nature of, like, the way their parts work. There could be some that have chunkier bits, like all these bits are chunkier, but they all remain kind of thin in nature. Actually, I kind of want to mess with that, yeah. Let's make a chunky dude. Excuse me. feel like it would be more noticeable with clothes on, probably. But still a good idea to draw it out like this. To get an idea. Ooh, congratulations. Do you just have base Persona, or do you have Persona 5 Royal? What do you think of the villains of Royal? And of Persona 5 in general? Oh shit. Yeah, if you're gonna play it, you might as well. I was very pleased with the PC port of Persona 5. Especially coming from other games that were ported to PC and were very clearly not made for it. They put the work in to make it feel seamless. Yeah, the music's really good. Oh shit, my iPad is slowly dying. What's the brightness set on this? Okay, it's not too bad. Let me move the old guy. He's just a little dude. Yeah, I have the Final Fantasy X and X-2 port. That's just rough. It's still good, but when you've played it on the original PS2, big oof. Oh, you know what? I know how to make them feel older. Kinsenguri? I could have cracks in the bones. Yeah. They're space creatures. They don't have a planet. By the nature of Morozoko, their creator. Yeah. Persona games sure are something, huh? Okay. Before my iPad cries, I think I will stop here, even though I never got to what the stream was really gonna be about. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Or maybe we'll just draw some more just little dudes. Oh, hey Zova, I was about to end. Because my iPad's slowly starting to die. It's at 24%, and that scares me. I want to let it charge. But we got a lot of design details hashed out for these guys. Which makes me happy. I thought of them and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna have so much fun, like, world building and culture building these little dudes. And I was correct. This is very fun. Alright. I'll catch you guys tomorrow though. We'll probably do some more art. I'm definitely getting back into the groove of art. This helped a lot. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Have a good day, evening, or night, whatever time it might be. And I'll see you then. Goodbye, forever. Not really.